Hello everyone, welcome to another video from ParaCode. Today we're going to be looking at our form builder. Our form builder is one of the bits of a system that always seems to get people excited because I think it kind of really brings to life our whole product building capability, which at times can seem quite technical and probably boring, to be honest. So what I'm going to show you today is using the form builder with a bicycle insurance product that I've put together for the purpose of this video. So if you've seen the previous video on travel insurance, you'll have a bit of an idea about how ParaCode works. But essentially, what we do is we create the object you want to insure. We give it a load of values. So for instance, my bicycle has these values: brand, model, type, value to insure, etc. We then put these values on a form. We can link the values to rate tables. And so you can have a very fine-grained rating methodology based on attributes of the thing you're insuring. Now, this all comes together, as I said, in the form builder. So we have two types of forms. The first type of form is an indication form, and the purpose of the indication form is to give you a price or give the customer, the client a price as quickly as possible. And the second type of form is a proposal form. That's really where we ask all the boring insurance questions that we're all very used to, that don't necessarily drive the pricing of the product. What I've done, I created that bike that we want to insure. I gave it some values. Now we're going to put the values on the form. So in our form builder, we've got the form items box on the left and the form on the right. And the way the form items box works is we first pick the thing we want to put form items on for. So we want to put it on for the bicycle. You've obviously got the bike itself. And then you've got its cover types, its section of cover. We just want to put the attributes of the bicycle on for the purpose of this form. What we do first is we pick our insurable entity form item. And what that is it's just a placeholder for all the attributes of the bike that we're going to insure. And so it's somewhere where all the items relating to the bike live in the form. We've then got different types of form items. So we've got input items, which are basically free text boxes. We've got drop downs where you might have pick one answer from a list of many. You've got radio buttons, which are effectively pick one answer from a choice of two. So that's good for the true, false, yes, no type questions. And then we've got checkboxes, and checkboxes are where you might pick multiple answers from a long list. So you'll see in a minute what type of bicycle do you have. You might feasibly be able to tick multiple ones. It could be a downhill bike and a time trial bike, for instance. Couple of other items we have here. So we've got sections. Sections are used to sort of bring together similar items into a single section. It's good for things like addresses. So you want to have address details all in one box. We've then got things like headers, lines, just stuff to help style the form. And then further down the list, we've got some more technical stuff which relates to some other features of ParaCode, which we won't get into now. So for my bicycle insurance, I want to start by asking the client how much they'd like to insure their bike for. And so how much is the bicycle worth? And we want to make that a mandatory question. So we tick is required. And then we're going to use a drop down so people can select the brand of bike that they're using. Again, we're going to make that a mandatory question. And then for model, because I've knocked this up very quickly, I haven't got a whole list of related brands and models. We're just going to use a free text box. Leave that optional. And then bicycle type. So bicycle type is going to be a checkbox. So with bicycle type, we could pick more than one answer if we wanted to. And then where do you usually store the bike when it's not in use? That would be a drop down. And that should be mandatory. We all want to know that. And bicycle type should also be mandatory as well. Great thing about ParaCode, if you make a mistake or you get something wrong, it's very easy just to go in and correct it very quickly. And then last question that we're all used to in insurance is, what's your claims history? Cool. There we are. Just make that one mandatory. And that is our indication form done. Now the section of cover on this product, there's only one for the purpose of this demo. It's pure bicycle insurance. It's insuring the value of the bike effectively as property. There's no liability or anything attaching to it. It would have been quick and easy to add, but I haven't done it for this demo. The way that section of cover is behaving in this instance, it's called a hidden cover type, and that means it's not displayed in the form. It's just there in the background and is added as soon as the rate is available. And the rate will become available as soon as we populate how much is the bicycle worth question. Cool. So that's the indication form done. We also have the proposal form where we could ask a whole load of extra questions. I haven't bothered creating any questions for that for the purpose of this demo, but I'm just going to stick it in just as a placeholder because we use this basically to summarize information from the previous screen, so we do need it here. Cool. So that's all knocked together now. I can go and find myself as the client and we can start a bicycle insurance quote. There I am. Got loads of policies because it's my demo account, so I'm always creating new products on it. So we started our bike insurance quote here. How much is the bike worth? Let's say 1,500 quid. It's going to be a Brompton and P1. And what is it? It is a commuter bike and it is a folding bike and it is a road bike. And then where do I usually store it? Store it at home. My property. And how many claims do I have? None. So we've populated the form. You can see the premium up here has gone up and calculated. That happened as soon as we put in the value of the bike. You go next steps. We just get a summary here. So we're now into the proposal form. Because we didn't add any extra questions, all we've done is just get a summary of the information that we populated previously. And then we can just go ahead and purchase now. And then rather than using RealX, I'm just going to use pay on account for the purpose of this demo. And then generate a document. Should only hopefully take a moment. There we are. And just like that, we've started a new policy for our bike. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. Appreciate it. It's very brief, but hopefully it's given you a good flavour of how our form builder works. If you are interested in ParaCode, do please get in touch and we'll be delighted to talk to you about your insurance software needs. Thank you very much.